you will put yourself first instead of women on semen retention. It'll open your mind and eyes to female nature. It exposes it right in front of you. See, when you get on semen retention, you're going to put yourself first. You're going to stop putting women up on a pedestal and stop being thirsty to have sex with them. Because the majority of you guys are going to cut sex out. See, this guy that's on semen retention that do have sex with women, but it's called non-ejaculatory sex. Now, some guys still do that, and that's fine, but the majority of you guys can't do that. So we're talking about the majority of you guys, right? So when you are on this journey, women not going to really, you're not going to be hitting women up. They're going to be trying to give you attention and all this type of stuff. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with speaking to women in public and stuff like that, but you're not going to be trying to smash because you know that you got something better to do. You're trying to hold in that life force, and you're trying to focus on your purpose to be the best version of yourself. See, the reason why a lot of guys can't evolve and reach their full potential in life because they're putting women up on a pedestal. They're doing what the women want, just to have sex with them. And what it's doing is basically giving them a major setback when it comes down to energy and what they're supposed to be doing in life. See, a lot of guys, when you at a low vibration and you always releasing guys, you're not on semen retention. Like these simps, they're not on semen retention. They're always releasing to women. And they're always bragging about how many women they smash and all this type of stuff. And they think that's what makes them a man. And they brag about that type of stuff, guys. And when you at a low vibration like that, you brag about stuff that actually is hurting you instead of benefiting you. See, this is what happens when you at a low vibration when you're not on semen retention. You put women first. You know, you control by lust and your emotions. But when you get on semen retention, you control by your mind. You have control over your lust. And you are living in your head. So when you living in your head, you have control over your lust. And you have, you have control over your sex drive. And you can take your sexual energy and transmute it. Excuse me, guys. It's just something positive. Man, you become a better man. You more masculine. See, the guy that's really masculine and the guy that's really a man is the guy that can control his sexual urges. See, the guys that can control their sexual urges, those are real men. Because they have control. They have self-control. But these guys that cannot control their sexual urges, that's releasing to these women, and that's bragging about it, that's not on semen retention, trust me, they simping to release to those women. They taking women on dates. They taking women to the Bahamas. They taking women to all these different places, tricking their money off. And in the end, when they get older, they're going to be living with so many regret. There's so many guys out here. There's so many guys out here nowadays, bro. They're miserable. A lot of older guys. This older guy told me, he was like, man, I wish I would have just, stayed away from women when I was younger. I wish I never got married at a young age. I was crazy. I didn't understand. I didn't know female nature, And he was, what I'm saying, he was discussing this with me and stuff like that. And he was like, man, he was like, I wish I was like you. Like, he told me this to my face. An older guy told me this to my face. And I'm like, yeah, man. Because I already know how these women are. You know what I'm saying? And I was exposed to a lot of truth. And I'm better off in life. I have peace. See, a lot of these guys is out here smashing these whole bunch of women and stuff like that. They got different baby mamas. Some of them working 2 jobs. Some of them in jail because they can't pay, pay what they have to pay each month, take care of that child. Some of these guys on child support. Some of these guys, got divorce, paying alimony, all this type of stuff. Guys, you won't have to worry about that when you get on semen retention. You won't. Because you're going to view women for who they really are. A lot of these women, like I said, they're draining. They're Jezebels. They're prostitutes, all this type of stuff that they're not supposed to be. So when you get on semen retention, you're going to really realize that. You're going to really realize that. And you're going to realize, like, man, you know what? I'm on the right path. And you're going to continue to grind and work for what you want. See, it's about you making yourself feel good. When it comes down to success, nothing feels better than being successful and being where you want to be in life. See, the reason why a lot of these guys are not where they at in life, because they so busy worrying about women. They so tied up into sex. The thing, life is just about sex and, women and, I'm married. I'm a man. They think all this different marriage, they think getting married make them a man. They think spending money on women make them a man. Their mindset is totally messed up. They messed up, man. But really, they submitting to the woman in the marriage. Because the woman, she has the upper hand. He got to do stuff to please her. He got to provide for her. So guys, man, you ain't got to worry about divorce. You ain't got to worry about your girl leaving you when you want semen retention. Because you worrying about yourself. A lot of these women in relationships, they want you to orgasm. Because if you don't orgasm, it make it seem like their sex is not that good. So a lot of these guys not on semen retention, they having multiple orgasms. They just destroying their body. They tearing their body up. They're just releasing so much protein and nutrients and vitamins out of their brain and their stomach and everywhere, man. They're just releasing so much out of it. But guys, man, when you get on semen retention, you're going to realize, man, that it's a better lifestyle. You ain't got to worry about, is this girl finna play you or not? Or should you spend money on her? Or should you do this or that for her? You ain't got to worry about, is she going to show up to the date? You ain't got to worry about none of this stuff. You ain't got to worry about her, women going to test you. You don't have to worry about that. But you're going to be able to pass the test because you have that sexual control. So I want you guys to get on semen retention, man, and elevate. Because women, they love selfish men. They like men that put themselves first. They love confident men. They love men that love themselves more than they love women. See, a lot of these guys, they love women more than they love themselves. They do. The majority of men. It's something wrong with that. That means something that's going on that you're not doing, man. And a lot of times it's because you're not on semen retention. See, semen retention give you a better vibration. It give you that self-love. It give you that mental strength. It give you all the stuff that you need to succeed. Well, I ain't gonna say all, but it give you a lot, guys. You know what I'm saying? I over-exaggerated because I'm so happy to be on the journey. But it give you a lot of stuff that you need. It give you the focus. It give you the energy. It give you the drive. I want you guys to be successful. I don't want you guys to be old and mad and miserable because you see younger dudes being successful and doing the right thing and doing what you should have did. See, I'm trying to help you out while you're young. I'm trying to help you out while you still got some energy left. Because a lot of guys, they're not going to help you out. They're going to try to destroy you. They're going to tell you how to, do this and get her to have sex and all this type of stuff. Guys, man, life ain't all about sex. My life is all about elevating, evolving. That's the main thing. And creating. See, you ain't got to worry about a woman asking you why you not texting back. Or why you not doing this or doing that. You don't got to worry about a woman stealing your frequency and stealing your attention. That you're trying to put towards your purpose. I feel so good, man. A lot of guys in relationships are miserable. A lot of guys in relationships are homebodies. They don't want to do nothing. They're sluggish because they're releasing so much of their sexual energy. But I'm not, man. I'm retaining mine. And it feels good. Man, you guys join me on this journey. Stay on the journey, man. Do not get off this journey. This journey is going to help you long term. Man, I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, man. It's Coleman.